Subscribe to this YouTube channel and please enjoy watching this video. Here we go. Joseph Parker torched the best-laid plans to a long-sought Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight. The former WBO heavyweight titleist masterfully carried out a specific game plan designed to neutralize Wilder's historic knockout ability as he claimed a lopsided unanimous decision victory. Scores were 118-111, 118-110 and 120-107, all for Parker in their battle of former title holders Saturday evening at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Action was slow out the gate, not uncommon for Wilder, who held the WBC title for more than 5 years from 2015 to 2020, despite his explosive knockout-to-win ratio. Parker stood his ground in the center of the ring but failed to neutralize the subtle lateral movement by Wilder, who pawed with his jab but didn't connect with anything of consequence. Parker landed an overhand right near the end of the round, though mostly an arm punch with minimal impact. A similar pattern developed in the second. Parker began to work his way inside behind a jab to the body upon the advice of a corner who boasted an intimate familiarity with Wilder's strengths and weaknesses. Parker is a training stablemate of lineal/WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, 34-0-1, 24 KOs, who is 2-0-1 with 2 knockout wins in his trilogy with Wilder. Guiding Parker's career is Fury's second cousin and former WBO middleweight titleist Andy Lee, who remained confident throughout the buildup of a knockout victory. Parker boxed well for 3 rounds before he picked up the pace in round 4. The New Zealand native, who now lives and trains in Morecambe, found a home for his right hand at several points in the round. Wilder responded earlier in the round but responded with a quick counter right of his own that just missed the mark. Parker managed to smother Wilder along the ropes and rode out a right hook to the chin. Wilder struggled to find his mark in round 5. Parker connected with a right hand that landed just enough to back up Wilder. A left hook along the ropes had the heavily favored former WBC titleist briefly off balance, never to the threat of a knockdown but also to where he was never in position to make Parker pay in response. Parker was advised by Lee to stick with what worked and also to remain aware at all times. It was a reminder to not leave himself open for Wilder's legendary right hand. The strategy was masterfully applied by Parker, who slowly found success with his overhand right in the 6th. Wilder was backed up by the shot and later in the round by a left hook. Wilder used his jab more in the 7th. Parker adapted to it quickly, enough to where he was prepared for and avoided a purposeful right hand from Wilder. The same was not true in reverse, as Parker's right hand found its mark several times in the round. Momentum shifted for the first time in the fight midway through round 8, though it barely stayed in that direction for very long. Parker had a brief lapse, just long enough for Wilder to react and land a booming right hand along the ropes. Parker took the shot well, and again mere seconds later before he was able to hurt Wilder inside the final minute of the round. Wilder was driven to a corner, where Parker lowered his head and launched an overhand right to stun his fellow former titleist. Wilder dodged enough of the follow-up to avoid disaster, but there was genuine concern over what he still had left to offer in the fight and in his 15-year career. Wilder enjoyed a better 9th round, only by comparison, which was to say he wasn't in danger of a stoppage. Parker continued to fight with poise as well as into the 10th, although Wilder had a brief moment of success with a modified right uppercut that Parker took on the chin and simultaneously landed an overhand right. Parker just missed with a pair of right hands that instead landed on Wilder's left shoulder blade. Wilder was never given a chance to respond as his power shots were telegraphed and occasionally timed with a Parker clinch. 2 different voices pled their case to Wilder prior to the 12th and final round. Malik Scott, a former Wilder opponent and longtime subsequent team member who took over the lead trainer role prior to the 3rd Fury fight, did his part to instill confidence in a fighter who was well down on the cards and badly needed a knockout. Jay Diaz, a member of Team Wilder since his first day in a boxing gym some 20 years ago, advised him on how to position his feet to land the right hand he looked for all evening. Parker took a risk early in the 12th and final round before he realized that a knockout victory was not in the cards and that he could easily live with a lopsided victory. Wilder chopped with his right hand while Parker initiated a clinch along the ropes, but Parker avoided anything dramatic to make it to the bell and complete the upset win. Wilder fell to March 1st, 43-42 KOs. All three defeats have come within his last 4 fights, and the lone win was a first-round knockout of Helenius for his only round of action in more than 2 years. Gone is a long-discussed showdown versus Joshua, which was reportedly in play as long as both fighters won on Saturday. Instead, the curiosity now surrounds the next move for Parker, who claims by far the most notable win of his career. He advanced to 34-3, 23 KOs, with his 4th consecutive win, all in an active and productive 2023 campaign following a violent knockout defeat to Joe Joyce last September. Joseph Parker on beating Wilder. Everyone had other plans, but this is God's plan. The former WBO heavyweight champion closed out 2023 with a bang on Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Parker showed that activity matters, with his dominant 12-round decision win over former WBC king Deontay Wilder. The New Zealand star was taking part in his 4th bout of the year, while the 38-year-old Wilder had only banked a single round of action since 2021. Parker's unexpected victory completely derailed a planned megafight in March 2024, between Wilder and British superstar Anthony Joshua. I have a lot of respect for Wilder, but we trained very hard for this. Everyone had other plans, but this is God's plan. I was really fit. I stayed calm, relaxed, stayed focused. There's always things to work on, but I got the win. Merry Christmas to us, Parker said. To prepare for the fight, Parker received advice and training camp support from WBC champion Tyson Fury. The two heavyweights are close friends and share team members like trainer Andy Lee. Fury faced Wilder on 3 occasions. They fought to a split draw in 2018, with Fury stopping Wilder in the next 2 meetings. During Saturday's fight, Wilder was very inactive with his offense and seemed to be waiting, round after round, to land a single knockout blow. Even when he did land, Parker was able to take the punches well. He did catch me a few times on the guard and it's very hard. If it landed clean, then it could be a different story. Working with Andy and George and not getting out of shape was important, Parker said. This is massive and the best opponent I've ever faced. Tyson Fury gave us his time with sparring and was massively important. Deontay Wilder on defeat. Former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder is unsure of his boxing future after suffering the 3rd defeat of his career. The 38-year-old boxer returned on Saturday night in Saudi Arabia, in a high-stakes clash against former WBO champion Joseph Parker. Entering the ring, Wilder had only seen a single round of action since the 2021 trilogy loss to Tyson Fury. Wilder was not very active in the contest and never let his hands go, as Parker was coming forward and landing solid right hands for most of the contest. During the 8th, Wilder was rocked badly by a big right hand but managed to weather the storm. After 12 rounds were complete, Parker came away with a dominant unanimous decision. The scores were 118-111, 118-110 and 120-108. Wilder left the door open for a ring return, but he also hinted at potential retirement. We'll see what happens, we still have a little bit left, but I did a great job managing my money. I'm a happy fighter. I'll be back, and if not, then it's been a pleasure. I don't know if I still have the same fire I used to. A lot has calmed me down, Wilder said. I've been wearing this smile all week long and I'm still going to wear it. Nothing can stop me on that. The victory was a huge setback for Wilder, as a deal was in place for a long-awaited showdown with career rival Anthony Joshua. The fight was slated to take place in March of 2024 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Joshua headlined Saturday's event and battered top contender Otto Wallin over 5 rounds for a stoppage victory. Let us know what you think about the entire thing in the comments section below. Additionally, stay tuned and subscribe to this YouTube channel for the latest news and updates from around the world. We sign out.